Welcome back.
And we're back.
Foodies Soundbite review, kind of, summary, doing kind of like a culmination of our top 10 songs from the last 10 albums up till Arctic Monkeys, which was our 10th album. This includes Arctic Monkeys. And we also have honorable mentions, which the way that this will go is we'll go 10.
Hey, Gio, tell them.
Song
no,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Then the three or how many honorable mentions we have.
I should have two.
And then one.
I think we should explain to the audience what the honorable mention means, because I feel like some of us would not understand what we mean by honorable mention.
Would you like to explain it?
So basically, an honorable mention is a certain song, while it may not be in your top 10, it's something special in some way. Either it's a song that you would like a lot more than you thought it was, or one that you just quite enjoy, but now you love it as a song.
It's kind of like just putting the spotlight on a song.
It's an honor. Exactly. You're mentioning it because it's honorable.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that, that's my, 11, 12, and 13. It just means like, wow, this song has surprised me.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Now, I want to ask y'all before we get into any of this. Mm-hmm. Were y'all shocked by your top 10s?
My top 10s?
Your top 10 list. Don't tell me what it is. Just tell me.
No.
You weren't shocked?
No.
I was very shocked by my top 10, yes.
How? I feel like
we'll get into it.
You would have liked what you like.
I'm very shocked by my top 10.
And another thing to point out is that I spoke with this to you guys about it. Like, we were like, our top 10 not just going to be very similar to our top 3? So, like, for example, our top 3 is probably going to be like the top 3 songs on the highest rated album that we put. No, because at least the philosophy that I went about it and I told you guys was these are top 10 songs. I'm not taking into account the context of the album and like, oh man, this song's really good and it's a closer. I'm like, no, it's just a song, standalone song. I'm going to the album and clicking on that song, even if it's the last song. Yeah. And it's purely based on how much I enjoy that song alone. Which is why, like, my top 3 on some of the albums that I've rated the highest aren't on this.
That's correct. I did mine the same way, where every song was every song. I know Silas said something about him rating it a little differently. Is that true?
Yeah, so I don't think it's too much of a spoiler. I chose the way I started
my number 1 was
no. The way I started my list is I went through every single album and I chose 2 songs from that album that I really, really liked.
Okay.
And then from those I narrowed it down.
So you took 2 songs from every album that we did, and then you ranked them off of that.
Left some of them off, but
is it from your top 3 in the video, or is it your top 3 from that album now?
It's like a little bit of both. There's one song on here that I think will catch a lot of people off guard.
So did you
I talked about it very negatively my first time around.
Really?
Still drink the water. Anyway,
it's my number 2, baby. I
mean, so you because you loved the Arctic Monkeys album that we just did. So like your third favorite Arctic Monkeys song isn't involved, even though to me I would think it would be in your top 10 or somewhere around there.
I gotta check, but I think there's only one Arctic Monkey song on my top 10.
Wow. Well, don't that's
because like me, I was like, Austin, if your top 10 is just Fleetwood Mac and just Dave Matthews, that's fine with me. I don't care because it's your top 10.
My first thought was to take our top 3s from the videos and rank them against each other, but I do like this way better. Yeah. Where we're just taking our favorite songs, because it's kind of interesting because not only do we get to talk about songs that maybe we didn't talk about enough in our past videos, but also our opinions have changed with time. And this is a different time than when we were in that video.
Yep.
So.
That's why I really wanted the honorable mentions, because
Well, fight for them. You gave up very quickly. You're like, okay, so we'll just do one.
He's very non-combative, unlike someone.
Ooh.
That was me. All
right.
I'm sorry.
Who wants to go first?
No, you're right.
Anybody want to go first?
Also, why don't you kick us off?
All right, I will kick us off. I got to get my thing.
What the heck?
You're good.
Go ahead, Austin, go ahead.
It's the Sasquatch. He lives behind my house. His name is Jonesy. He's kind of an asshole. He doesn't pay his rent.
Okay, so my number 10, which I knew would be in the discussion, because how I did this is I put every song on a playlist. I created a playlist, and I just kind of like took them off one by one out of the playlist from like, all right, my number 1, my number 2.
That's a good way to do it.
Wait,
so what? I knew this song would be on that playlist, but I didn't know if it would make the list, and it did. Emily, I'm sorry.
I knew it was Boy Genius. I knew it.
Yeah, I remember when I was listening to it, and then I screenshotted it, and I was like, oh, look, Austin's Emily, I'm sorry. That was me being like, I feel like this is going to be on his top 10.
It is. It just made it. Emily, I'm sorry. It's such a great song, dude.
I mean, it is a banger. I mean, Boy
Genius, I want them to, they need another album out now.
They did need another album.
They are so good. They're so good together.
I think they're better together than they are separate.
I think better
together?
I think they are better together, and I don't think that's a shot at them. I just think that
not at all.
They're incredible.
I really do need to listen to Lucy Dacus though.
Yeah,
like,
I need to re-listen to that album.
I gotta listen to some of her solo stuff because I mean she's just great on that entire album.
But yeah, Boy Genius is just.
I think Lucy Dacus was probably the highlight of the album.
She was definitely like the person I took away from it.
Yeah.
But if you haven't like looked at Boy Genius,
please
go check them out. They are great. But
great songs.
Yeah, that's Emily. I'm sorry. I have nothing really new to add.
Clip that and send it to every white woman around here.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there you go. You just got like 20 numbers on your phone.
I'm making my Tinder profile.
Hey, what's
right
your number?
Now.
Shout out your number.
Yeah, just put that clip on your Tinder profile.
706-476. Anyway,
second time we've done that bit.
No, we've done it more. This is the
third.
It's at least the third time we've done it. It's a good bit. I think the audience likes it.
I think you just want to get your number out to more women.
Any other... I don't really have anything else to add other than what I said in the previous video. Because I went back to the previous videos where I did talk about these songs just to like hear my thoughts on them and see if anything changed and to see what I already said.
Sure.
And in this song in particular, I would just be repeating myself.
This is your number 9?
No, number 10.
No.
I thought we were all going like 10 and then 9.
Oh, I thought you were going to do like all... Okay, well, that's fine.
No. So like 10, 9,
I can do that.
Yeah. So...
So we completely changed the list now again?
No, that's fine.
No, but so yeah, I mean that's my thoughts on Emily. I'm sorry.
Right,
it's just a fantastic song.
All right, gang.
All right. Sorry.
This guy. My number 10 is Kilby Girl.
Austin has some thoughts about that.
So the funny thing is about my list, I moved this song around a lot.
Me.
This song went from number 6 to number 8 to number 7 to number 10 to number 9 back to number 10.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was fighting.
It was fighting. I think this song means a lot.
With everybody.
This song means a lot to me. Because I have like memories of this song of like just screaming it out at like the middle of the night with some buddies, you know, fun stuff. I'm definitely not mentally ill.
For my number 10.
But yeah, it's a good song. A great song. Listen to that song. That's probably the best song off that album.
I'm gonna definitely just cut that from him saying goodbye to number 10. I'm definitely just going to cut it to him now talking about his number 10. That's just so fun.
This guy.
For my number 10, it is The Stone by the Dave Matthews Band. We're starting off strong.
My number 1 song on Spotify, apparently.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That was your number 1 song?
Yeah, I listened to it the most.
It's because he was so indecisive whether he liked it or not, and ultimately was like, nope, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So,
by the way,
song.
it is not on this list.
Okay.
It made it to that playlist. The Stone has grown on me.
Oh.
Just like several other Dave Matthews songs.
Really?
Have grown on me.
Okay.
I want to redo that so badly. Because I have totally flipped on that album.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Stuff like, and this is not in...
this is not in the...
This is not,
spoilers.
but like, this is not spoilers for this. But just like, my top 3 was Crush, Stay Wasting Time, and Dreaming Tree. From that.
Going 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. On that, when we did that video. That is not my top 3 anymore.
Crush isn't in your
I have
song?
totally... What now?
Crush isn't in your top 3 anymore?
Well, we'll talk about it.
I told you guys.
But my total opinions have changed on that album.
Uh-huh.
I like that album so much more now.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a
Am I
second
hearing a
honorable mention real
redo review?
I think
Dave Matthews Band?
if we ever redo one, I would love to do that one because I think all of our opinions have changed except for maybe yours.
I don't
but
think
I do know for sure his has changed a bit and mine has changed a lot.
I don't think mine have changed. I think mine have stayed basically
mine
the
have,
same.
Mine are probably.
But I'm
same.
cool with doing a re-review.
Well, my
cool with that.
idea for like if we did like a re.
Spears getting darker.
I think it's getting darker.
Yeah, it gets darker.
It's
if we were gonna do a re-review,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do it like have a year in between at least, just
Yeah,
so
we
we
can
could
do
really
that.
have different ideas.
So, like-
and then we would do like a thing where like one of us picks an album to redo a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So it'd have to start next year, but
Yeah.
we'd all get to pick one album a year to redo at any point during our picking.
Guys, can we redo the Arctic Monkeys album?
And can we actually film it or actually not delete it this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Let's not.
We'll finally have video for the Dave Matthews album.
That'd be fun.
I think
But
my opinion on Dave Matthews has transformed more outside of that one album than just that album itself.
Okay, I understand that.
So number
9.
Oh yeah, it's me. My number 9 is
What you got? What you got?
Silas is about to blow his load.
It's Good and Evil. It's off Good and Evil.
Is it
It's
No.
off Good and
Davy
Evil.
Crochet?
That would be funny. That'd be so funny.
Wasn't his like least favorite song?
It
Yeah,
probably was
it
on
still
that
is.
entire album.
Is that your least favorite song we've done throughout the entire reviews?
It's down there.
I doubt it, but it's down there.
He'll say it's down
It's
there.
on the
Redneck is
bottom.
still worse.
It is one of my least favorites as well. Sorry.
Yeah. But no, this
Keep
is
positive. Keep positive.
Keep positive.
this is gonna have Silas creaming in his jeans. Number 1 party anthem
Hell yeah,
by
dude.
the Arctic Monkeys.
It grows on people.
It has grown on
grows
me
people.
immensely.
It did.
I'm telling you.
It is now my favorite
it's a
Arctic
great
Monkey
song.
song.
That's why I told you. That's why it was my number 2 on that album.
Yeah,
It's such a good song. It only
Those-
grows on you with each listen.
it really is. Those other songs don't grow on me as much as
It's
like
a great song, but the rest of the album's
like I
ass.
have several Arctic Monkey songs now on my playlist thanks to that album.
Are you gonna
But
look
this
at
is the
other
only
stuff?
one that I like, that I've just like keep going like, wow, that was great. You know, I always enjoy listening to it.
Yeah.
It always just keeps growing on me.
Have you looked at any Arctic Monkey songs other than that album?
Not yet, no.
Alright. Because I've done that with like Dave Matthews.
Mhm.
That's like one of the things I like about this album reviews. It makes me like look at other music.
What about you, Mr. Bo? What's your number 9?
My number 9, Austin's gonna get real happy for this one. The Chain.
Wow,
Oh, the
okay.
chain.
One of the best
So
musical.
low?
It was originally number 5.
Are you
and
sure?
it worked its way back up to
Wow, if Chain is number 9, I wonder where Songbird is.
Yeah, dude. What songs are superior to the Chain that you were claiming? So
There,
this is number 9. There's 8 other songs.
Because
that
I
are better.
believe when we
you're
did,
gonna love number 8.
because when we
Okay.
did the Fleetwood Mac album review,
Chain was my
we
number
said the Chain is the best.
I thought it was the best.
I
Song.
think it has the
We
best.
all said it was the best song.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So,
I think it has the best musical breakdown in that song and probably their entire discography,
Dude,
other than maybe Tusk.
It's like a minute
Tusk
and a
is a
half
great
of just
song.
straight fucking fire
See,
towards the end.
It's
my-
that guy playing the piano on
Insane, yeah.
fire.
see,
On
my
fire.
thought going into this, because I was thinking like, what songs are going to appear on all of our albums, all of our reviews, and for sure I was like, okay, I know Silas and Gio are gonna have the Chain somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you
I do.
expecting it this high though, or this low on the list, or this high?
Yeah, I was, well, I don't want Gio to give his thing away yet, but I do expect the Chain to be like 6 down on
6
both of y'all.
down?
Yeah, 6 and down.
So 6,
I
5, 4.
I never thought that y'all had it like a top 5 song. I never thought that, but I
Oh,
knew
so
y'all liked
6
it.
and up,
No, 6 and down.
like
6,
5,
7,
4.
8. Because he's thinking we're going 10, 9, 8.
Oh, no, just
so-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Chain just has one of the best musical breakdowns, and like, I
Yeah,
guess
no,
it's a
I
bridge.
agree.
Is it a bridge or a breakdown?
It's a fucking breakdown. That's what it is.
Yeah,
bro.
it's just a great musical breakdown. Like I said, probably the best in their entire discography, other than maybe Tusk.
Okay.
Tusk is like the most Western
I heard that
song
on the way here.
ever.
Oh,
It's so
nice.
good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's a great song. It has a great meaning. The lyrics itself are really good, but the musical breakdown just sells the music. It just wraps up nicely with a bow.
Yeah.
Gives you a slap on the ass and sends you on your way.
You ready? Ready for mine?
I am.
Knee socks, number 9. Oh, is that? Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Knee socks, it was what I rated as the best song on the Arctic Monkeys album.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you were against it.
Yes.
And I'm going to continue to defend it. It has a great breakdown at the end, not nearly as good as The Chain, but it has a great breakdown at the end. It's got great instruments. It's just probably like it does the style the same like every song's, and yet it does it the best out of every song, with exception to number one Party Anthem.
On the album, or as a whole throughout all of the songs we're talking? Or all the album
no, on the album.
Okay.
It's very like again that whole album is very sonically consistent, and I feel like Knee Socks, despite it being very sonically consistent with the same electric guitar, cymbal crashes, the same vocal styles, it is the most good sounding one. And I'm going to continue to defend that, even though both of you have shitted on it.
No, it's on my playlist.
Well, maybe now.
No, it was on my playlist during the review as well.
What I recall was, Austin was not a fan of it.
Not
and
at all.
you, maybe you were a fan of it, but not nearly as big as I was like.
No, Gio was the defending champ of that song.
I was defending.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were like, Silas must have been like, it's okay, a little better than okay, but you were like, no, it's just not good. Yeah. I will defend it.
On that album,
it's my number 9.
On that album, I don't think there was a single song for me that was below a 6.
Okay.
And I think that one was like even a 7.
But this is why I'm putting it on my top 10, because I think that song is great.
It's a great album. It's a great album.
And I will continue to defend it, as I have a couple other songs that you guys are going to be like.
He's gonna have Quad Deck on his list.
No comment.
I mean, yeah, I figured some Quad Deck was gonna.
No comment.
That's
my 9. That's my 9.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a guess. House Settling's on your list somewhere.
Don't tell
We'll
them.
see. Go for it, Austin. Go for your 8.
My number 8. Chaos Space Marine by Black Country New Road.
Hell yeah, dude.
Another song that has grown on me.
A lot.
I didn't think a Black Country New Road was gonna make it to my top 10.
Do you recall what your top 3 were for? Do you recall? Okay,
I
know Mark's theme was on it.
Mark's theme.
The blade.
Who inserted the blade?
I don't remember your third song though.
It might have been this song.
I think this was my number 2.
I think that was my number 3 on the album.
It was, because me and you had the same number 3.
Oh, okay.
So yes, this was my number 3. It is now. I can go and tell you because there's no spoilers. It is jolted to my number 1. Of that
No spoilers.
of that album.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
of that album. It's now my number 1. It's my favorite.
Really?
Out of those.
Better than the place where he inserted the blade?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
Wow.
I
mean, I can see where the appeal comes from, because the place where he inserted the blade is very long. It's like an 8-minute song.
Yeah, and
I totally understand if people don't want to listen through that for like 8 minutes.
And Chaos Space Marine, which I know that y'all don't agree with me. It just sounds like a David Bowie song.
I can get behind that.
You do
it
say
just
that.
sounds like a David Bowie song.
He showed me the song that it sounds like apparently, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
It does sound a lot.
Yeah, it does sound like Starman.
It has the same like musical like.
It's not
themes.
the same song. Don't get me wrong.
No.
They're not copying David Bowie. It just sounds like it just sounds like David Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds like David Bowie.
You could AI generate David Bowie lyrics, or like David Bowie singing that song, and be like, oh, that's.
Is it just like the vocals?
The style.
Is that so? The vocal style is just all it is?
Yeah, it's just the style that song is using.
Because when I was comparing them, I was comparing like the tone of the music and like the instruments, and I did not really see anything similar.
I can just feel David Bowie singing that song.
Oh, okay, well that's different.
You want to know something really funny? My number 8 also comes from that album.
Really?
Good Will Hunting.
I like it.
Did not like that
show
song.
a clip of the movie.
Really?
I want to watch that movie so bad.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen it. I just haven't seen it in so long.
It's really good.
I didn't like this song the first time around.
Okay.
And then I saw it on Instagram somewhere, and I was like, oh wait, maybe I should go take a look at that again. And then something about the like drums, like rhythmic and like hypnotic almost, and it just like loops you in. And then when you get it starts picking up with the guitar, it's just great. It's wonderful. The lyrics are awesome, but I think the instruments are a standout of that song, and that's why it's my number 8.
All right, and for my number 8, and then we'll take a break.
Good catch.
Halloween. I know you guys aren't a big fan of it, but fuck, dude. Like, my top 3, I'm not even going to mention my top 3. I'm going to mention the top 2 that I said on that album was, I believe it went The Stone and then Halloween. And as you can see, The Stone and Halloween are on these top 10 because...
I thought Spoon was in your top
shut
3.
the fuck up, Jesus.
Was Spoon not in his top?
All right.
The amount of times y'all
Ignore
interrupted me.
No. I'm not
it's
saying
not
it
that.
because you're interrupting me. It's because I said
He said something
Let's
previous
not-
that you just didn't hear, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
no.
Yeah.
It's not that you interrupted me. I'm not saying that. It's just because I don't.
It was your top 3.
Yes,
Okay,
Spoon was in my top.
I thought Spoon was higher. My bad.
All right. Well, now you guys have a spoiler for another song that's in my top 10
Things,
list.
things could change. So.
What?
Anyways,
What?
It's okay.
yeah. So my top 3 on Dave Matthews was The Stone, Halloween, and then Spoon. And I put The Stone in my top 10, and I also put Halloween as my number 8. Those two have consistently been the most like instrumentally amazing songs, and still are catchy as hell to me. This list and this video is gonna have a lot of Dave Matthews. I assume, at least on my end. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There's a lot of Dave Matthews on my end. Halloween's great. I don't know what else to say. It's just fucking awesome. It's orchestral and also like screamo vocals, which is just so bizarre and insane to me that it works for me.
I think that Dave Matthews, out of these 10 albums, has been the one that we are the most agreement on when it comes to, this artist, they're great. We love their music.
And I'm interested.
You don't love the Dave Matthews Band?
Outside of this album, they're a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention.
But I just mean in general.
I'm interested in seeing his other music because of the reviews that Silas has given about that other music. How we give this one album like insane and like great, I guess, critique, but other albums that I've heard from Silas, he's like, it's okay. And like he mentioned, like this album, Before These Crowded Streets, is a very skewed view of what you will get if you listen to other Dave Matthews stuff. So I'm interested to check other Dave Matthews albums because of that.
Well, that's the thing that I told Silas is that Dave Matthews Band changes a lot throughout the time. Like, their beginning work, Before These Crowded Streets, is a lot different than Before These Crowded Streets. And then it becomes a lot different in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Like Walk Around the Moon.
Yes, and then it becomes different in, like, 2008 to, like, 2016, and then their last 2 albums are completely different again. They just keep evolving into something totally different, and it's just really unique that they're not the only band. I'm not trying to say that, but it's unique in the way that they're doing it because they're their own group. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a small break, and then we'll be back with the other 7 songs.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right. Oh man, I'm just gonna.
What's your number 7, Asanine?
Oh, I'm up. My number 7
He's up the bat.
is we finally have them involved. I think the band that is synonymous with me on this channel,
Bare Naked Ladies?
the Bare Naked Ladies, have made their appearance. And not just Bare Naked Ladies, but also Brian Wilson has made an appearance because the song is Brian Wilson.
Nice.
Bare Naked Ladies. I love this song way more than y'all two do. At least as of right now. I don't think y'all's opinions have changed on that song very much. If it's not in your top 10, I guess y'all can talk about it. But
it's so I actually re-listened to it recently because the way that I did this was like I went to each album, looked at each song, every song that I was like, nope, that's definitely not going in. I just didn't even listen to. And then the ones that I was like, no, maybe my opinion has changed. I listened to them again, and Brian Wilson was one of those songs. And to be honest, I like it a little more.
Okay.
It's definitely not in my top 10.
I need to listen to it again.
But it has grown on me a little bit. Not enough to put it in my liked playlist songs, but I do recall liking it less. I don't know. It just seems more captivating now and and not more energetic, but just more captivating. And like the wait for that insane breakdown at the end that they do isn't as long and isn't as like, you're like fucking. It's not as tough of a wait. Is kind of what I feel like.
Okay.
So it's overall gotten better for me, but not my top 10.
Okay. Yeah.
That was the first song of the album.
It's like the second or third.
I don't think it's the first.
It's one of the first.
Yeah.
Is the first song of that album "If I Had $1 Million"? It
No,
is Hello
it
City.
is Hello
You're right.
City.
It is
Yeah.
Hello
And
City.
then it's Brian Wilson. It's Hello City,
Yes,
Brian Wilson.
it is Brian. Yeah.
If I Had a
And then
Million Dollars is
Grade-
like the fourth one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Enid is the second one.
Enid.
Grade 9 is the third one. Brian Wilson's the fourth one.
Okay.
All right, I'm just wrong.
Yeah, I thought Great High was up there. In the
Yeah, I did not go back and listen.
That's a good song.
I didn't go back and listen to this album, just because I think I already had my
Your
opinion
opinion?
set on
Set in
this album.
stone pretty well.
Stone. Is it
I have no one to look to, so when
But this is one of the songs I do want to go back and listen to.
Okay.
But I think there's definitely better songs on this album.
I agree.
yeah, well,
You can't say it.
never mind. I like Brian Wilson a lot. I always have. I don't think my opinion has changed a whole lot on this song.
Mm-hmm.
If it has, I definitely like it more.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's a couple of the reason why I picked that album to begin with is because while there's other Bare Naked Ladies songs I like, and there's better albums I think that the Bare Naked Ladies have. I think that album to me just has those songs that I love from the Bare Naked Ladies, and Brian Wilson's one of them.
Okay.
I just love the idea behind it. I love the theme, the message that song is about, and I thought it was just great. What's it called? Not vocal tones. What am I thinking of?
Oh no.
Gosh. Anyway, the song is great. And I think this goes without saying, but check all these songs out because these are our top tiers that we've listened
These are
to.
after listening to these albums
Yeah.
many times. And how long ago was the Bare Naked? It was like summer
Over a
2023.
year. Yeah, over a year ago.
So these are songs that we've chosen that have tested the pass of a
Tested
year's
positive.
worth of time. So these are like, check these out. If you can't listen to the albums, just go to our fucking review, like our 10 album review, and just listen to our top 10.
I think it
You'll
would
get
be.
the best of the best.
I know this is Gio's idea, so I'll give Gio credit for this. I think we should release our top 10 as a Spotify playlist.
Okay.
I know it's things that you want to do. I think we should do that, and then we should like put it in the
In the description.
in the description,
like,
so
check
if you
this
go
out.
check out these songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Speaking about top 10,
Yeah, what's your 7?
my 7 is not a fairly old one, or it's not old, it's fairly new.
Okay.
It's Breakdown from Jack Johnson.
Oh.
Is that the funky one? Like the super energetic one?
It's the really slow one about the train breaking down and just wanting to stay in town.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I don't have anything to say.
yeah, that song, I was going through like, not necessarily a rough patch, but like a
Oh, I was thinking of Staple It Together.
Stapled Together is really good.
Staple it together.
It's not on my top 10, but it's a good song. But this song was like, it helped. I'm not gonna say it helped me, but like, it was nice to like ground me, because it talks about like the themes of just like wanting to stay and not have change, because change is a scary thing. But you also can't grow without change. So even while you want that train to just break down, you know it can't. It has to keep marching forward.
I don't know why, but I vividly remember you talking about this in the review.
Exactly,
Right now
yeah.
that you're talking about the train, I was just transported back to us being outside of that fucking cabin and just on those rocking chairs and you talking about this train again. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Music is power. Music is power.
Music is power. Power.
Power.
The power.
All right.
Edit me like shooting the screen now.
I will.
My number 7. Silas, you're going to love this one. It's Dugout.
Dugout. Don't you mean Pool House?
Yeah, I'm in Dugout.
No,
I'm in Dugout this time. So,
I know.
I spoiler alert, Pool House is not in this top 10. I was in a kind of like, I had this phase where I was like going back and forth after the review, after we already did our score and all that. And Pool House is in my top 3 as well for the, Backseat Lovers review.
It's a great song.
And I just like kept on going back and forth. I remember walking to class and like listening to both of them, and I could not decide which one I liked better. But I feel like Dugout is just a little bit better than Pool House, which is why I also put it in my number 1. So my top 3 basically stayed the same for what they call it? The Backseat Lovers, and I think Dugout's just an amazing song. I know maybe you hate it, Austin. I know you hate the Backseat Lovers. I know you hate the Backseat Lovers, but I think Dugout is just a very, very good song.
I don't hate the Backseat Lovers. I just wish that they didn't
Flash
waste that.
Flash what you gave them.
They just wasted a whole lot.
Put the score over it.
No, look, they were good. They're a good band. I can tell they're a good band. I just wish that they didn't have a terrible album. I just wish they didn't have a terrible album. You know what I need to do? I need to go and see their other work. Because I do believe that they're a good band. There's a good band in there somewhere. I know there is.
Okay. Anyway, what's your number 6, Austin?
My number 6 is "Cool About It" by Boy Genius.
Dude, put that one in the Tinder bio as well.
I know.
You know how you can choose a song on your Spotify to play as your Spotify?
Boy
Just
Genius.
put "Cool About It."
Yeah,
dude, the bitches will go crazy, dude.
Dude, "Cool About It" is
a pretty cool song.
So much better than my original grading of it.
Really? What
Yes.
was you
It was in my top 3.
Oh, okay. It's also in my top 3.
It was in my top 3. Yes.
That must mean it's his top 1 now.
But
you think over Emily? I'm sorry.
it is over Emily. I'm sorry.
What?
Yes.
Sorry, Emily.
I feel like that was your number 1.
Emily, I'm sorry, was my number 1.
Yeah, you love that one. You stand.
I still do.
You were like,
But-
I am a white girl in disguise.
I am a white girl in disguise.
I mean, yeah, you're doubling down on it.
I am. But "Cool About It" is so.
I mean, I understand. That's why it was my number 1
Yeah.
when I was reviewing it. I was like, it's
And look-
instrumentally, vocally, everything.
Yeah,
the style.
and look, this is a flash in the pan thing. This is in the moment. But "Cool About It" is just great to me. Like, I love this song right now. It is so good.
It's a good song.
It is so good.
Pretty good.
It gets 5 big boom.
When it goes for every Boy Genius song, but their voices are just so great.
I love how much we're glazing Boy Genius. We just go back, God, their voices.
Dude, if you take anything away from that album,
It's a good album.
they have some of the best voices in the business. Especially together. Like, when they sing together,
The harmonies go crazy.
dude, I know it's funny, but it's also serious. Like,
Yeah,
them
yeah.
singing together
No, I
is some of the best talent singing together I've heard.
this is just a staple in the Foodies now. We're Boy Genius stans.
We are.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yep.
I like to be a little chaotic.
I will say, I've been listening to Boy Genius since that album came out. I don't want to say, okay, how do I put this? I really like Cool About It. However, it is not in my top 10.
Okay.
I feel like
It's gonna be one of his honorable
after you
mentions.
listen to it as much as I have, I feel like you get this with every song. You're obsessed with it, and then you listen to it for a year, but then it dies down a little bit, which doesn't mean that it's bad now. It's just you don't have an obsession with
Yeah.
it. So I've had that obsession, and it's kind of gone. I had that obsession over the summer of 2023 when it came out in March 2023. So 2 months after, I was just obsessed with it. So I understand that. But it's not in my top 10. It's still such an amazing song.
Such a good song, dude.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But it's an even better song, and is my number 6, Chaos Space Marine.
Wow.
The
You
best
too.
song off that album.
Oh, you think so?
I
think now?
So. I
Wow.
I held the opinion it's probably the best on the album.
Really? I feel like we all said the place where he inserted the blade was our top,
The place-
top one.
I think in the moment.
In the moment, because it feels like a very October fall song. Place where you inserted the blade.
I see what you mean.
And now we're in a different season.
Well,
Stuff has changed. It's not
It's
fall
pretty
anymore.
fall
I mean,
it's not fall.
It's Georgia. This is fall, basically.
This is
It doesn't even become
winter.
winter till February.
yeah, it doesn't get
We have
pretty
a month
cold
of
till
February.
January, February.
The vibes aren't the same though. Is what
Sure.
you're getting at.
yeah.
And I think Chaos Space Marine is just a generally more applicable song. I think it sounds great. There's a lot of people who listen to Black Country New Roads that you don't think would listen to him, and I recently discovered that by seeing him pop up on my Instagram with someone using that as their on their Spotify Wrapped. I'm like,
Fucking
what?
bandwagons, dude.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Bet
this
they don't
song
even know
is
their
great.
OG album.
It's also a shout out to Warhammer, which is really cool. Which I didn't want to get into because
The
Warhammer's crazy.
video game?
Board game, video game, books.
Talking about
everything.
the Marvel character?
No, what?
Isn't that his name? Warhammer?
That's
No,
Thor.
No.
There's a Warhammer.
There's a Warhammer in
yeah.
Marvel, which is like
Sorry,
the
nerds.
other suit
Got
that Tony Stark makes. That's played by Don Cheadle.
No, that's War
yeah.
Machine.
Oh,
Warhammer's
Yeah.
Warhammer's an entirely separate character, but Warhammer's also a franchise.
Yeah, it's that
Space Marine. Warhammer Space Marine.
Yeah, what's Cavill? That guy's doing.
Henry Cavill
He's
likes
doing
it,
trying
yeah.
to do a franchise or something about that.
Which it would be really cool if he gets picked up. That's neither here nor there. I'm not a huge fan. I just think it's really cool, but I do like how this song like shouts out Chaos Space Marine, bringing like attention to it. But it also just sounds great. Has great instruments.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Like I understand where you guys are coming from, because like I still feel like the place where he inserted the blades a little better, but I can understand that people don't want to listen to like a kind of slow song for like 7 minutes. So I understand where you two are coming from.
Chaos Space Marine to me, it sounds
Very
like
upbeat.
It's like a futuristic '80s song to me. That's just how that's my
Is that
feeling.
how you envision David Bowie?
Well, David Bowie was futuristic for the '80s.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah.
Theory proven. But that's just a theory. A music theory. Back to you, Gio.
I'm by far the most polarizing on this because I've mentioned multiple songs that, well, some of you guys have changed your opinion on them. I don't think you'll be changing your opinion on this one.
It'll be really funny if it was Jack Johnson
it's
because
how
of Gio's
settling.
hate of
It's
Jack
how
Johnson.
settling. It's
No,
how settling.
it is not how settled.
I
will give you a hint. It is quad echo.
I know it's quad echo.
And I will give you another hint. That is the only quad echo on this list.
It better
Thank
not
goodness.
be. It better not be that Cassini's Divisions or whatever.
No,
that's
it's
on.
not that.
Cassini's division was doo-doo.
It
Wait,
is-
hold on. Is it
It is my number one.
Sorry for Dying?
Nope.
Okay.
It's what I
Didn't mean
picked
to
for my
hunt you?
number one. Nope. But that's the album.
Yeah, sorry.
It was what I picked for my number one, and I continue to defend it as the number one. The entire album is.
But like
about
this,
a
is it?
ghost.
Is it the one like it's focusing on the ghost going around the house?
Yes.
I forgot the name of that song.
Kind of. This one, House
like-
Settling, is the one that goes around the house. But there's another song that relates to his house when he was younger and like all the
like, all the
items, and
memories,
it's
yeah.
Picking Up Hands.
Picking up hands.
God, that shit fucking destroys you emotionally.
I haven't
Like,
heard that song
the
since I have to. Since I had to.
Just the warbling at the fucking beginning. Jesus, like it's so
Oh,
good.
now I can know that song. Okay, thank you.
I'm going
Yeah.
to defend it until the end of time. Because I've listened to that album for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And my songs and my top 3 and my favorites with many other albums as well have changed, but I've given that song or that album 2 years. That's the best song on it. Picking Up Hands is just so emotionally insane. The production, the atmospheric, like build up, the rise, everything. That is the best song on that album.
2 years ago, would you have been shocked if someone said, "Hey, you're only gonna like one Quadeca song out of all these songs, and you're gonna have stuff like the Dave Matthews Band. You're gonna have
Arctic Monkeys.
Backseat Lovers. You will have them over almost every Quadeca song from that album. Would you be shocked? Because you do love that album.
The issue is I didn't know who the Dave Matthews Band was.
No, that's
So
what I'm
it's
saying.
like-
That's what I'm
But
saying.
he knew the Arctic Monkeys.
I didn't listen to them at the time, but I didn't know of them. But I don't have them over Quadeca. I don't have any more Arctic Monkeys on this, by the way. Just saying.
That's fine.
But yeah, like, no, I wouldn't have been surprised because I knew that I've always wanted to expand my music taste, and this is why I was pretty excited to start a series like this.
Same.
Because it's like I get exposed to all these other artists that I wouldn't have intentionally gone out of my way to listen to, with exception to like a couple like Fleetwood Mac, because they're just that like much of a classic and like kind of idolized and notorious for being what they were. But like for example, I would have never gone to the Dave Matthews Band. I would have, and it's one of my favorite albums that we reviewed.
Yeah.
I would have never. But
Too bad it's
no.
lost media.
I wouldn't have. Yeah. Fucking sucks. One of our best reviews.
Of all time.
Yeah.
It's probably the best review.
Oh yeah, probably. But
That and like I'd say Arctic Monkeys.
The audio's not bad to listen
that
to,
was
though.
that was good because of what happened in it.
I will say the audio for it's nowhere near as good as with video, but it is funny. of the nipple clips bit because we don't show it. We
God
just
fucking damn it.
no, but I think it's funnier if it's just audio. That one specific bit.
But
Because it just makes people picture
yeah.
Gio with nipple clips on the whole video.
But that's my number 6.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're getting into top 5 now.
Top 5.
The top 5.
Damn.
Austin, you want to tell us about your good and evil obsession now?
I don't have one. I don't have one at all. But you know what I do have?
What?
I do have a spoon.
Oh!
This is one of the songs that I was talking about and why I want to redo this album. The spoon? I don't know what was wrong.
It's just spoon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, it's just spoon?
It's just spoon.
No.
You're right.
It's not the spoon.
You're right. Spoon is so much better than what I said it was.
Fuck did I tell you?
It's so much better.
Fuck did I tell you?
Like, I liked it back then. I really did. It was on my playlist and everything. But it wasn't what I consider it now, which is one of the best songs on that album. I think what changed for me is I had a shift of what I liked from Dave Matthews. And I think it actually came from listening to other stuff that's not on that album. Whereas, like, other stuff that I liked off Dave Matthews, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then hearing the stuff on this album is, like, their stuff on different albums is more similar to Spoon than something like The Dreaming Tree.
Huh. Funny the way it is, isn't it?
He's never going to give that up.
No, it's not.
It's a great song.
So, Spoon is just, it's so...
And that's your 5.
So good.
It's your number 5.
It's my 5. Also, shout out Alanis Morissette.
Huh?
Oh, is that the girl on it?
Yeah, shout out.
So good.
She has...
She's so good, dude.
Is she the best voice we've done? Just purely off voice. That's it.
I don't know.
Is she the best voice we've reviewed?
Well,
I don't know.
that's
I
very
think Lucy
subjective.
Dacus takes it over a little
That's
bit.
true.
She
Lucy.
edges it over, but like.
But
I
is
mean,
that because
still.
she did
What's it
more
over?
than Alanis, though?
Huh?
Is that because she did more than Alanis?
What's her name?
It's
Alanis
tough. It's
Morissette.
tough to compare
Alanis
them because she
Morissette.
didn't do too much.
That's what I'm saying.
But she did do very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'd
I
probably
don't
say
think-
Lucy over her, but
I
I
don't-
do think Lucy did more.
I just don't think we have a large enough sample size with
That's
her.
true. Maybe we'll do one day.
Maybe we gotta do a what
Alanis.
Alanis album review.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, but all right. What's your top 5? Or what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Box Set.
Okay.
Okay.
I can respect that one.
That's a really good
I
song.
totally understand
I love that song.
That's
I
a
love,
fun
like, the
beat.
upbeat, like
It's a-
almost Latin-ish.
It's fun to listen to in
sound.
the
No,
car.
yeah, that's what I literally pointed out in the
Yeah.
review is
Yeah.
that the piano lick is very, very salsa-esque.
And I think
Very similar to salsa piano licks.
I also love the way that Bare Naked Ladies can tell a story that has a deeper meaning, but on the surface, it's just a story about an old box set that this one guy has that has different like albums in it or different songs in it.
Mhm.
But
Of
if you-
his own personal.
yeah, but if you listen to it, it is the Bare Naked Ladies story.
Whether they knew it at the time or not.
whether they know
but
it
yeah.
or not, because you.
But it's a lot of artist stories.
Yes,
Yeah.
of their one-hit wonder that always
Yeah.
keeps bringing them back. And I think it's fun though, because like it lines up really well with their story.
Mhm.
And like I would say their like number 1 hit single was "If I Had $1 Million,"
Yes.
which spoiler alert isn't on my list for me
It's not on
personally.
mine either. It was in my top 3. Awesome, we're not shitting on it.
No.
It was in my top 3. And what I will say about Gordon is that it is a very unique album.
Yeah.
I will
It
say
sounds and kind of the approaches they have vocally for that album, from Box Set to Grade 9, which, it's unique. It's unique. You can't take that away from them. You can't.
Grade 9 is definitely you either like it or you don't.
Grade 9, Crazy, The Flag.
Yeah.
I mean,
King of Bedside Manor.
yes,
even.
that one
King
too,
of
which is
Bedside Manor.
incredibly energetic. It's a
The only
very,
reason-
very unique album.
The only reason I remember the King of Bedside Manor as much as I do is because
Because it's crazy.
that's the song. The song "Crazy."
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You just said "crazy" a lot, and it kind of drowned it out. But didn't they record the King of Bedside Manor naked?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
that's why I
record their
remember.
most energetic one, apparently, until they stop doing that.
If I had a third honorable mention, it would have been "If I Had $1 Million."
Okay.
That's a song I knew about long
You
before.
can have 3. That's fine.
Well, I have
I'm doing
2.
3.
Well, we got 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I get more because I don't know.
Well, you had 3 going into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Box Set, I think, is a better song. I like it a lot more, but I have a lot more memories with If I Had $1 Million. Because I knew about this song a lot more, and someone who showed it to me is someone who's very dear to me, who I don't get to speak to nearly as much as I'd like to. But objectively, Box Set is better. It's just fun. It's so fun.
It is fun.
I love seeing it.
And it's a dark message, which is also fun for it. Because it's fun,
I
but
love
it's dark.
They have another song.
By the way, I don't know if we said this in a review. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Bare Naked Ladies, they're very dark. They're a very dark band. They're very fun and energetic, but most of their songs are so dark.
Oh, I have to find the song now. It's like an incredibly dark song about like depression, but it's so.
They have a lot of those.
It's off of Maroon. It's off their Maroon album.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll do my top 5, and when I'm done with my top,
You're number 5.
Yeah, my number 5.
Found it.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna. Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
Awesome. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
Dreams by the
Hey!
Fleetwood Mac. Now, remember, when going into the album, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like Dreams because it's so overplayed. God, the fuck is it overplayed? It's played everywhere. It's played in public. It's played in fucking in gyms. Like, why would you play Dreams in the gym?
And here's why.
It just doesn't
Keep
fit.
going.
It just doesn't fit the vibe. It's a great song.
So good.
Great song.
Fits the vibe for it.
Does not fit the vibe for the gym. Whenever I'm working out and pushing myself, I don't want to be listening to Stevie Nicks' amazing and dreamy vocals over atmospheric production.
If that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what will.
I've worked out to
that relaxes me.
I've worked out to that song.
That song relaxes me.
It keeps me calm while I'm lifting.
It keeps me calm and relaxes me. It does not make me energetic and like push myself out of
keeps my inner rage in.
But yeah, Dreams is my number 5. It's just a really good song. I know when I was going into it, I said it was overrated, but on the review, I was like, I think it's perfectly rated, and it's just for some reason just been growing on me even more. It's just great. It's just great. That's all I gotta say. That's my number 5.
Wow.
Come back to him in a year. He's gonna be listening to it in the gym.
Have you ever heard Dreams? Have anyone ever heard Dreams?
Real quick side note: the song that I was talking about that like tackles depression through a very unique and realistic lens is called "Pinch Me."
Great song.
Probably my favorite Bare Naked Ladies song of all time.
Okay.
It's a great song. Listen to that song.
He has.
It's a great song, right?
Didn't they play it live for us?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the dock, Silas. There's a scene of Silas literally going,
I hope they play "Pinch Me."
No,
yes,
he
does.
They're playing my favorite song, "Pinch Me," and then he like does a weird laugh. I'm pretty sure that's literally a scene.
Yeah,
it is literally
So yes,
a scene.
they did play "Pinch Me" live. So yeah.
It's just so good. It's such a good song.
All right.
I can't add it into this list, but that would have been like top 3 if it was a part of my thing. It's so good. But now we're going to top 4.
Is another thing that Gio's gonna get loud about, and Gio's gonna do something with his hand, and he's also going to do this. Let me just do it for you. I told you so. I told you.
I gotta do that now. I gotta do that now. I have to.
Pig by the Dave Matthews Band.
I told you so. I told you so.
You're supposed to do it.
Was I a huge advocate on Pig?
I thought it was in your top 3.
No,
it wasn't.
No.
I thought it was.
Pig was better than a lot of them. But...
Halloween. You had Halloween.
I literally had nothing for Pig, which is how ass I thought it was.
Oh, never mind.
Is that worse than bad?
No, I just thought it was so mid. That was the only song off of the Dave Matthews Band that I did not put on my like songs. I thought every song was great besides Pig. I love how you were like, oh, Gio's going to be like, oh, I told you so. And you choose the one song I didn't like.
Well, you know what? I told you so, Gio. I told you so.
Go ahead, defend it. Maybe I'll change my mind.
He'll add one word.
Pig was not in this stratosphere, this level of song when I first heard it.
Okay.
Similar with Spoon, although I like Spoon a lot more. Pig was the same thing with you. I thought it was mid. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything special. It was a lot closer to Halloween, in my opinion, than it was to Crush, in my opinion. That has now changed a lot. Pig is fantastic. Pig is excellent. Pig might be in my top 3 of Dave Matthews Band songs of all time.
Wow.
Might be.
What's your thoughts?
I'm not a huge fan of Pig.
I'll
go back and listen to it again.
Yeah? You know what? You convinced me. You've convinced me. I'll go back and I'll give it another chance.
But as of right now, it's not better than Funny the Way It Is, Walk Around the Moon, The Last Stop.
Accidentally gives away his next 3 songs.
I know.
I'm just naming out.
He's only picking things that are not in the albums right now. So good.
Yeah.
No, he just said The Last Stop. That was in the album.
Last Stop wasn't
Shit,
the album.
that was, yeah.
He's like, speaking about The Last Stop.
Rapunzel was even better.
I like Rapunzel.
Rapunzel
I
was
like
good.
Rapunzel a lot, too.
Rapunzel has grown on me a lot more.
Rapunzel was on that playlist of potential top 10s.
It was not in my selection categories, but if I was allowed myself one more song per album, it would have been.
Okay. Well, what is your, what was it? What are we on?
4.
4. What is your 4?
My number 4, literally. Number 1, Party Anthem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I do think that is a great song off of the album.
I think it is probably their best song.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure my top 3 on Arctic Monkeys AM was number 1 is Knee Socks, which I mentioned before. Number 2 is number 1 Party Anthem, and then number 3 was it's the first song. Do I Want to Know?
Do I Want to Know? Yeah.
I think there's a huge jump between those 3 songs and every other song on the album. Those 3 songs are just great, really, really great. And there's other songs on there that are good, but none of them come close to those 3, in my opinion.
I think going into that
I feel
album,
like there's a huge jump between those.
Yeah, I think going into that album,
and hate it.
No. Well, no, yes, but going into that album, and I could be just speaking for you, Gio, but I think this is true for both of us. We kind of went in going into that review with these songs are very similar.
Yes.
There's only very few there's not much separating these songs, and I think now that time has passed, now that they're on their own, their songs individually instead of all together, I do think we're finding that separation.
Yeah. They are sonically similar, but they are very distinctive if you pick them apart.
Yeah, but you gotta listen to them a good bit, and you gotta be like, okay, well, this is what makes this one different.
It's an album that rewards re-listen.
Well, not the album, the song.
Yeah, I think the album itself do as well.
I'm more of a fan of just picking a song from the album than listening to the album, because again, the issue with it is that it gets fatiguing because it does the same sounds.
Yes.
See, I don't know if I definitely said this during the review, but on the way down there to film that review, I played a game with myself where I shuffled the music on the album, and I tried to tell what song it was from the first 10, 20 seconds. And I think I only messed up 2, and one of them was Knee Socks.
But that's quite a large time that you need. You know how some people are able to listen to a song for 5 seconds and get it? 20 seconds and then you still fuck up? That shows how similar they are.
It was only... I usually got most of them within 7 seconds. But the 2 I messed up took me a while to get.
Okay. Right. My number 4. The Chain.
The Chain.
The Chain.
The Chain. I mean...
The old Chain.
I cannot say anything that hasn't already been said by you guys.
It's a dope-ass song.
Yeah.
I mean...
Hey, this is a quick one. It's The Chain. It's number 4. What they said, I've said already. There's no need to re-fucking do it again.
It's a classic. It's a Foodies staple.
Number 4, The Chain. Anyway.
Staple.
Number 3.
Number 3,
Austin.
Number 3.
Staple it together and call it bad one. You got the song stuck in my head now.
This is a song that Gio is not gonna say "I told you so," or actually, he may actually attack me for it because he has been a
I'm
hater.
a hater.
You're a hater of
Is it
this
grade
song.
9?
No, it's not grade 9.
Okay, good.
It's not great.
If I had $1 million?
No.
Oh.
Gio is a hater of this song.
Okay.
Did you like $1 million?
Huh?
Did you like $1 million?
He thought it was okay.
This is my top 3.
It's a great song.
It's a good song.
What a good boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, I'm just
Jesus
kidding.
Christ.
It feels very I hate to say this word on YouTube, so you might have to censor me for this, but it feels very fetishizing.
Don't say the N-word. Oh.
So my issue with that song is just So there are songs on that album that.
By the way, it's my top 3. Anyways, keep shitting on it.
Well, you told me I was gonna
No,
have
I
an
know,
issue.
I also
I
have
know.
a question.
So like,
Hold on, yeah.
there are songs that Bare Naked Ladies does good, like good song. So I just don't like funny songs that like are the main focus is like, oh yeah, this is a comedic song. I think Bare Naked Ladies' best songs are the songs that sound good, but have like small, tiny lines in them and quips that like, give you a chuckle. Like If I Had $1 Million with the fucking Kraft Mac and Cheese line, and then Blame It on Me as well, which is like an incredibly emotional song and like very chill and just instrumentally beautiful. But it's got a couple lines in there that are also pretty funny. So like, I think those are some of Bare Naked Ladies' best songs, in my opinion. Some of my favorite songs from them. So ones that are like Grade 9 or like what is it? New Kid on the Block as well. Is
New Kid, yeah.
yeah, like those I'm not the biggest fan of. And like What a Good Boy, it's like I feel like you should
That
go.
song's not funny compared to like those.
Well, maybe it's not funny, but it's silly. It's not an incredibly serious song.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
So that's my issue with it. I don't think it's a shit song, but like it's not one that I'm going out of my way to listen to. I don't hate on it. It's just like I'm not gonna put it on my playlist. That's all.
I'm convinced he has a praise cake.
What?
The song is. I'm gonna. Since y'all shitted on it, I'm gonna praise it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna praise it.
Are you gonna praise it?
Yeah, I'm gonna praise it.
There you go. There you go.
Told you.
Look, first of all, the song is about something that I don't know if it's kind of a recent thing, but I've really gotten into this like human and like what makes us human.
Okay.
Why are we different? All of this, just like in life in general.
Biology, duh.
Thank you. I've gotten really into it. And this song kind of hits on a theme of life, which is gender roles in society.
Yes, it did touch on that.
Like this is a dark song. It's not like it is silly, but like the message behind it is very like
the message,
oh shit, this is our society.
The message is
this
serious,
is what we're cool
but
with.
the approach is silly.
Yeah,
Pinch me core.
which I think it works for it.
Okay.
I think it really works for it. How it like it's silly. It doesn't like attack you. It's not like being aggressive.
Yeah.
But like the deep meaning behind it is so rich with like
Subtext.
rich with subtext, but also just like rich with our society. And this song was made in the 90s. And I think it's still just as true today. And I think this song actually hits me more now because we actually in this time are actually now kind of like attacking those ideas.
Yeah.
And going like, well, that's not how we should do these things.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, they were ahead of their time.
By fucking 30 years.
Yeah.
They're revolutionaries.
And I just that song just always hits me as like a deep emotional meaning. Not like anything like crying over or anything emotional. Just like it's just a very like this is our society. This is something that, probably should not probably. It should change.
Yeah. Okay.
At least the idea.
I can respect that argument and that approach.
I love glazing.
Also, it sounds fucking incredible. It's not just a meaning thing, but it's also like so good. Like I love listening to that song. Hey,
like 6 times, man.
I know.
All right, so
It's almost like did that on purpose. All right, go ahead.
All right, Mr. Bell.
Continuing
what is your number 3?
Continuing with the Bare Naked Lady, Love Train, is Blame It On Me.
I can understand.
Wonderful
that.
song.
I
Great
defend that
song.
one wholeheartedly.
It's my favorite song.
I love that song. It's on my playlist.
It's my favorite song off the album. I think it has the best lyrics in that entire album.
Okay.
Lyrically, it's the best. It rhymes
might be.
so well.
Yeah.
I could have gotten the theme like a little mixed up, but like the theme of like self-sacrifice almost played over like a really catchy-ish beat. Cause he's saying
Self-sacrifice.
Because he's saying blame it on me. I'll take the heat for the problems.
I'm gonna be honest.
but I don't think he's actually like saying blame it on me. I think it's more of just like a not sarcastic.
Like I said, I might have read into it.
Not sarcastic, but just like a.
That song is just so like beautiful and amazing that I haven't even like dug into the lyrics. It's just that captivating that I'm still just appreciating how it sounds. So good. So good. That was the song I wanted them to play at the concert, and they didn't.
No, they didn't. To me, that song is kind of like a sarcastic, like blame it on me. Then you know what I mean? Yeah, just it gets this over with if you just blame me. Because you can't take it. So it's
another dark song. It talks about like arguing and how like most people can't argue.
It talks about relationships and how there's generally one side of the relationship that takes all the heat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Takes all the heat.
Great song. Great.
That's a valid number 3 placement.
It's so good.
I can respect that.
Y'all are not gonna expect my number 2.
Well, here's my number 3.
3.
Black Country New Road.
Ow.
Bread song.
Ow.
It's another one of those songs that's very long. However, I think the wait really, really pays off. Especially like it's such a quiet song, and yet it comes through at the end incredibly loud, and instrumentally beautiful. And so again, it's another one of those songs like The Place Where He Inserted the Blade, where I understand if people don't want to wait 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Completely understand that. So I completely understand if you guys are not for it. Like, that one does
I'm not waiting 7 minutes to hear something good.
That one does not bother me at all if you guys are not for it. And the same with The Place Where He Inserted the Blade. If you guys are not for it, I can understand.
But I like The Place Inserted the Blade, the whole song.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just Bread song is just incredibly like God. His vocals like are just basically like borderline like kind of crying. A little bit is what I would describe his vocals. They're like
almost a wail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wailing and crying the entire album, which is kind of what I feel like a lot of people hear that whenever they listen to the album. So Bread song for me is my number 3. A couple Black Country New Road cuts in my top 10. Just a couple.
Yeah, I think we all had Black Country New Road.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had Chaos Fisherman. I had 2.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think was gonna happen.
Interesting.
Funny thing though, I will say this real quick before we get in, because it's still in Black Country Notes. I originally had Good Will Hunting as an honorable mention. Before I changed it.
Okay.
I just really like that song.
All right. What's your number 2, man?
Our number 2.
And then after our number 2s, we go into honorable mentions.
That's correct. My number 2. I know Silas just said that we're gonna be so shocked by his number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be shocked by my number 2.
Okay.
Olivia by the Backseat Lovers.
Really?
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 That's great.
No, I don't want to see you say great. You don't even like that song that much. You called it mid.
Yeah,
don't even start with me.
To me, it's mid, but I think it's great that you have a song from the Backseat Lovers.
By the way, the only Backseat Lovers song on that album that is good. I'm just being
Kill Me Girl Tops. Kill Me Girl Tops. Kill Me Girl Tops.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to side with Silas here. It's okay. Like,
no,
it's not bad.
Instrumentally, it's okay. But God, it's so basic and like.
No,
it just doesn't try anything.
No, it
Kill Me Girl even tries something new.
I think Kill Me Girl is great.
I
love that. Even though you're changing your opinions on that album, you're changing your opinions where we're like, no, it's not good. You're not like agreeing with us on the good songs. You're you're going against us on the bad songs. Or not even the bad songs, but just the songs that we aren't super into. Like Olivia, me and Silas was like, it's whatever. And you're like, one of the best songs.
The best song on that album.
Nah, man.
Did you like Sinking Ships?
Not really.
Did you?
By the way, I didn't like any of them other than Olivia. I'm just making that clear.
Have your opinions changed since then?
No.
No.
The Backseat Lovers are not good.
They are.
There's a good band in there somewhere, but they need to find it, and they need to find it real soon.
All right, enough hating.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Well,
Olivia is. I'm being honest.
Okay.
An almost perfect love song. In my opinion. Almost perfect. Almost perfect.
You're just making it more polarizing.
It's almost perfect. In my opinion.
Maybe I need to go back and listen to this song.
It is polarizing, but it's in my opinion. I'm not saying that it's everyone's.
Oh, yeah.
It's just in my personal opinion. Olivia is one of the best love songs I've ever heard. And look, I honestly, I have no idea why y'all hate on it.
Mhm.
I really don't know why y'all are calling it mid.
Guys,
Like
why are you
I
calling
like
it bad?
like your opinions are very valid because it's y'all's opinions.
Clearly not.
But I don't know how y'all have these opinions because I love this song so much. It's so good.
From this, would you say this is your lowest rated album? That or
Oh yeah.
that or no? Was it Quateca or this one?
I think it was Backseat Lovers.
You gave Backseat Lovers a 4.
What was Quateca?
No clue.
I think
I think Quateca was a
also
4.
But out of those two, which ones did you like least?
Quateca's better.
What?
Quateca's better than Backseat.
And you
Lovers.
hated Quateca.
Yeah, you did not. Like
Quateca's
it.
better than.
Damn, that's insane.
Can I ask what about the Backseat Lovers did you not like?
Yeah. It's the same shit. It's nothing.
But
it's
you
nothing.
gave-
It's
but you
nothing
gave-
interesting.
But you gave
They
gave
don't-
Arctic Monkeys an 8.7.
You gave it a 7.
No.
He
But the
originally gave
Arctic
an 8,
Monkeys.
then a 7.
But the Arctic Monkeys are trying something. Now they
You
try
said
it.
that- you
now
said
they
their
hold
bar
on.
level.
Hold on. Now they try it throughout the whole album. They don't like change it up in the album, but they are trying something different, and they sound unique. While the Backseat Lovers, there's no uniqueness to me there.
I would
They're
disagree.
just a band.
I think you should go back and re-listen.
All right,
to
guys.
those songs.
Maybe.
I hate to interrupt, but
Uh-huh.
battery's running kind of low, so
Uh-oh.
we're going to take a small break, like a 10-minute ahead of schedule break, and then we'll be back with my second honorable mentions, our top 1, and then some statistics. So, we'll be back. Go.
So now we're moving from a song that we all three love and adore, and that's Olivia from the Backseat Lovers. We all three love it a lot. Now to Silas' song.
Silas's number 2.
We're taking it old school with this one.
Okay.
Back to the very first album review. Before we even called it album review.
Tally
Never
Hall.
Meant to Know, Tally Hall. That song
It's one of the better songs on that album.
means so much to me.
Why?
It's a song that I think I said this in the album review.
Mhm.
But it's a song that I like created my own meaning for because I was working on a set one time and we got done like 4, 5 in the morning. And I had to drive home, and as I was driving home, I was watching the sun rise. And as the sun was rising, Never Meant to Know was playing.
Mhm.
And there's a line in the song that goes, "See the way the sun rise?"
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You went on the exact same rant of like, have you guys ever like stayed up late, and then like you see the sunrise at like, and yeah, I remember the rant that you went on as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
It's just
such a good
close
song.
personally to you is what
Yes,
you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I also just think it's a great
I mean,
song.
I think it's a good song. I think
It's
it's one of the
a dope
best songs on the album. It's a great opener
Probably
as well.
the best song on the album.
Do you think it's the best opener?
Was it the opening song on the album?
Pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Well, do you want to answer my question?
I don't think it's the best opener. I think there's one opener.
What's it? Good and Evil?
Yeah,
I'm
Good
about
Neil.
to do a first time ever on the Foodies podcast.
Oh, it might have been.
He's gonna
And
slap
that was
me?
the opener.
I'm not. No. I'm gonna go pee in the
No,
background.
it was.
No, do not do that.
No.
Off
I'm
camera.
just gonna get my back.
Off camera.
Yeah, I told you. It was.
We're gonna get flagged.
It was the opener.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably my second favorite opening. Then I do think there's one later, which is one of my honorable
Honorable
mentions.
mentions?
Yeah. So freaking good.
Can I guess?
Do you want to guess?
Is it Boy Genius?
It's so good.
We're fucking Boy Genius Glazers, dude. We're stands, okay?
I'm not going that far.
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? He loves Boy Genius.
Back. Off.
He loves Boy Genius.
I'm just gonna do like this.
Loves it. All of us love Boy Genius.
It's
okay?
Boy Genius is pretty cool.
Okay. But anyways, all right. Watch out. We gotta.
Okay,
Wait, I
I'm not
gotta
looking.
fucking wait for Austin to get back before I fucking Man, Austin, hurry up, man.
In the meantime, what was your favorite song of the? Have you listened to the Good and Evil album anymore since then?
However, I think A Lady's still the best. It's just so good instrumentally.
I know
A Lady, like, and I literally said this exact same thing on the review. Like, they know what the strong point on that album is, and it's just like how beautiful instrumentally it is, and they let it speak. They let it speak for them. That's why it has such little vocals, and they knew what they were doing, and that's why it's the best song on the album. And I still think that.
I think Never Meant to Know is better.
Never Meant to Know was a very good song. It's
Was
a
it in
very
your
good
top
song.
3?
No.
What was your top 3 again?
I believe it was A Lady, Cannibal, and Turn the Lights Off.
Cannibal was I'll tell you my selection process later, but that was one of my options. Was Cannibal.
Yeah. All right.
Where'd you go?
The camera saw me. I went to piss.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Anyways, time for my
Number.
Do you have anything? Any thoughts on Never Meant
To that?
Know?
No, not
Okay.
at all. It was.
So that's why you wanted to go pee.
Yeah, I had no opinions.
Okay.
That's why I was like, oh, perfect time.
All right. Cool. Ready?
Number 2.
The place where he inserted the blade. That's my number.
I figured
2.
this was gonna come up because you brought this up a lot in the.
I did.
Yeah.
And this entire thing. I think it's the best song on the album. I'm one of those people that can patiently wait for a song that's 7, 6, 8 minutes long. I know you guys can't.
I can listen to shit for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have the
Again. I totally understand if
Yeah.
Chaos Space Marine is. I think that's like one of the shortest songs, with exception to intro, which is like 60 seconds long.
Yeah.
It's
But,
like,
like-
it's still like a 3, almost 4 minute song though.
By the
That's
way,
funny
I didn't
thing.
include any of those into this.
What?
Like Mark's theme, Papa or Penta, Snake in My Pants. That Dave Matthews Band song.
Pentanogram or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first song on that album.
Pantala Negra or something like that.
Yeah, definitely not Negro. Yeah, I didn't include those because I don't know. They just don't feel like they should.
They're still songs.
I know, but they're not like I would categorize them a different kind of song than this, than what we're talking about here. I feel like there's a
Wait till
certain
you hear
level
my
of threshold
honorable
you have to get to be included, and I think a minute isn't enough.
Wait till he hears about my honorable.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a really good song.
It is a really
so,
beautiful song.
Yeah.
It's Much Ado About Nothing type of song. Like, it sounds super deep. It's the exact opposite of Bare Naked Ladies. It sounds like it's super deep and dark, but it's just about cooking vegetables.
Yeah, that's what I said in the review.
But it can still
And-
be interpreted as something deep, though.
Yeah, sure. You can interpret a piece of shit being a Lamborghini. You know, it's up to you.
It's true.
But yeah, that's my number 2. It's my number 2. And with that being said, honorable mention time.
I think we start with you since you have 3.
Oh, okay. I can do that. All right, ready?
Yep.
The Last Stop.
Okay.
Hey!
The Last Stop. It's really, really good.
It's a fantastic song.
It's such an interesting and like unique song, especially with its like Arabian vocal hymns. Like,
It's so good.
it's very interesting, and so despite its length, it's very enjoyable.
Even
Even though it's
never
7
gets old.
fucking minutes long,
It's enjoyable the whole
it's-
time.
Yeah.
There's not a
Credit
second
where
I
credit's
dislike.
due.
Yeah.
There's not a second I dislike.
I guess I'll do all my 3 because we all have a different amount.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
The next is Blame It On Me.
Hmm.
Blame It On Me.
It's
It's not in my top 10, but if I had a spectrum of like, from 0 is like I just do not fuck with it to 100 being like one of my favorite songs, this shit went from like 20 to like 90.
It's so good.
It shifted so much. I think it's the best song on the album now.
Really?
Yeah.
Blame It On
Blame
Me?
It On Me is insane.
It's so good.
I can
It's
see that.
so good.
Yeah.
That and box set.
And my final honorable mention, Boy Genius.
Not strong enough.
The intro. Without You, Without Them. It's so good, dude.
It's so good.
so
Once again,
good, dude.
that's another thing where I feel like it's too short to be included.
It's
Really?
almost 2 minutes long.
I think it's long enough to be.
Is it
considered
2
its
minutes?
own
I thought it was
song.
like a minute 20.
It's
No, it's
a minute
definitely like
57, I believe.
It's like 2. Jesus, that's fucking specific. Hold on. Without You.
It's around a minute 50 something.
Where the fuck is it? Well,
It's
I mean,
Without
gotta-
You, Without
Yeah,
Them.
I don't think
Yeah,
it hits
I
the
know,
2
it's just
minute.
not popping up.
I don't think it hits the 2 minute
It doesn't
barrier.
hit- It doesn't hit. If it does, it goes to 2:07, but I don't think it does.
It's a minute 20.
Yeah, see?
Austin knows his shit.
Thank you.
But either way, I don't really care if it's like 60 seconds. I don't care if it's 80 seconds. I think it's that good of a thing on its own that it's an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
It's like the best intro, hands down.
Out of all
this
of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best intro. What's up?
You know what's so funny?
What?
That's also one of my honorable mentions. Is
it's
Without
in there.
You, Without Them. It has.
good.
We talked every single time we brought up Boy Genius. We talked about their voices. This song is when their voices show the best. They have the best harmonies I've heard in like studio production level, like music, and I just think it works so well. The only drawback of the song is that it's not longer. I love the like almost a cappella-esque of it. So good. And my other mention is The Spoon or Spoon.
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 Okay.
I was convinced to go back and re-listen to it after you said something about it like 2 months ago, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, this song actually kind of slaps.
Yeah.
Slaps hard.
I was like,
Almost as hard as
I know.
my parents slapped me.
When I was reviewing the album, you two were like,
I was
maybe not shitting on it,
I was
but
not
you
huge on
two
it.
were like, it's okay.
I didn't like it.
And I was saying this is the best song on the album.
It's not the best song on the album.
Well, I think it is. And I'm glad that I was persistent with it because it changed your two perspective. One, enough to, what was it?
Well,
what,
I don't think you were enough. It was on my playlist and I kept hearing
He just
it.
doesn't want to give you
Wow,
credit.
you don't want to give
No,
me credit.
no,
that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Credit where credit's due, but as well,
clearly not.
you weren't
No, no.
like, hey, Jay, Austin, listen to this.
No,
Like,
no,
what made me change my opinion was it being on the playlist and
no,
hearing it.
No, yeah, but also anytime we would like come up with the like, oh, what's the best song? Oh, Crush has got to be better. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no, it's
That's
not.
true, yeah.
Spoon.
This is also, isn't this where you also came up with your graph chart idea?
Yeah. It's like
I hope we can get a picture of that going like right here.
I can probably draw one, and Austin or Mark can just throw it in.
Right
But,
here.
Like, it's just consistently the enjoyment of it is like consistently very high. It'll show better with the graph that I draw, but yeah, I like how this is his honorable mention. I just gotta defend it. I gotta be like, I told you guys, fucking told you.
Where was Spoon on your list?
Told
again?
you.
Huh? It's not on it yet.
Okay.
Guys, I think we're about to die again.
Nah, we're fine.
Spoon in spoon.
See, I got one left. Gio has one left. I guess I'll go ahead and go. Oh wait, do you do all
I
three?
did all three.
Oh my bad.
You did
Oh,
all,
it's just
you did
me.
both. It's just
Okay.
Wait, before you tell us, can you tell us whose album it's from? Or who chose the album?
Yeah, it's mine.
It's yours? Okay.
It's gotta be.
It's
I feel like it's either Fleetwood Mac or what are they called?
Songbird.
Dave Matthews. No, I don't think. No, I fucking hate Songbird.
I think it's Dave Matthews. Is it
You
Dave
think?
Matthews?
I think. Is it Crush?
Is it Crush?
Final answers.
What is it? Yeah, I'll go Crush. Why not?
I'll go.
Don't say Songbird. I'm going to tell you. Don't say Songbird.
I was about to say Stone, but then I remember you already had it. Yeah, I'll go with Crush.
Okay. If you had told me
Okay.
before I would do this top 10, if you had told me, like, Gio, when you told me this idea, if you had told me in the moment what to put on my top 10, this song would have easily been in my top 10. Easily, no doubt. It would have
Okay.
been like one of the first songs I said.
It's Crush.
Then I did the list.
Okay.
And I went, this is fascinating. The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
What?
Yes. If you had told me that I wouldn't have a Fleetwood Mac song, The Chain wouldn't be on my top 10, I would bet I would lose so much money. I would have bet it.
That's actually insane. I thought
Yeah.
that was gonna be your number one. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't.
thought that was gonna be your
I
number
have a
one.
different number one loaded in my head, and I'm so glad I was proven wrong here.
Huh. Okay. Well, that changes my number one.
I know.
That
it's number
I think
one now.
you're gonna.
Yeah,
I think
you're
I know
gonna
it's
say.
number one now.
So, but yeah,
I'll say it on 3.
no. Yeah, The Chain is really, really, really good.
It is good.
But the beginning isn't as good, and these songs that I have ahead of it, I like them throughout more than The Chain.
You know what? I
The
think
Chain Songbird
as
itself.
as an album song, like as the album experience, The Chain is insane.
Yes, 100%.
As a single, it
Not as much.
takes a little bit of
Yeah.
a toll on you because you got to wait 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you.
I disagree. I like the opening though, but that's just me. I think I
I
like
like it,
I
but
like
I don't. I'm not in love with it like these other songs.
I like the shift of it.
Yeah, but that comes later.
No, I like the first half of it. It was like, you must. Or it's like, it's really slow, or not slow, but like softer, like guitar-esque, like stripped back on the drums, not too much.
Yeah.
and then you switch to drums with aggressive guitar. And I like the shift, and it also shows the shift of the characters.
Yeah. And now, are we good? Anything else?
No, top
All right,
one.
I guess we're going to number
Starting
one.
with you.
And it seems like y'all already know what I'm about to say.
Can we say it on 3?
Yeah, we can all say it together.
Well,
Wait,
actually,
Gio.
I'm kind of confused because there's two that I'm thinking of.
I know which one it
Wait,
is.
hold on.
'Cause
Gio,
there's
say
one
the
on,
two.
There's one on Fleetwood Mac and then there's one on Dave Matthews.
What's the Fleetwood Mac one and what's the Dave Matthews
I don't want to know.
Okay, and
Which
then
you rated higher than the chain.
I did.
And number 2 is Crush.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
You
leaning-
really like both of those songs.
I do.
I said okay.
I'm gonna
look,
go Crush.
How about okay? So we all say what we think his is on number 1. Well,
Sure,
count
yeah.
down 3,
What
2,
do you
1.
think? Well, I already said it.
Yeah, you think it's Crush.
I think it's
Then
Crush.
I'll say mine when you say yours.
Okay.
All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Crush. Yes! That's what it is. I'm glad you brought that up. That song.
I don't want to know.
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't wanna know the reasons why.
It's such a good song. Very catchy.
It gets boring fast.
It's just not. It doesn't have the same power as the other songs do to me. Like what Silas is saying is how it's
It gets old.
catchy to a fault. Like it's fun to listen to,
It's a go your own way kind of thing.
but you know, it's fun to listen to, especially in the album. And I think Rumors, the reason why I think it's so highly of an album is it works so perfectly together. That album
I was
does.
just about to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think as an album, that whole experience is like really good.
Yeah.
It has one
But
of the
when
best.
when you
like,
take away songs
stories.
individually and you just listen to them,
Yeah.
they just like lack an umph.
Like
'Cause
Gold
everything
Dust?
everything builds on things. Everything's related.
Yeah, like Gold Dust Woman, I never really liked on its own when I heard the song. When I listened to it throughout the album, it's the last song on the album. It's great. It's fantastic. It's just something about the album experience really elevates all those songs together.
Except
And
for
I think
Songbird.
single-wise, yeah, except
Screw
Songbird.
you, Songbird.
And then, but you know, single-wise, not as much. And once again, it is crazy that I don't have a Fleetwood Mac song in my top 10.
Yeah, that's insane.
But now, Crush. The best of the best.
The epitome of a near perfect song.
I mean, how could Crush not be my number one? Silas was worried about it for some reason. How are you worried about it? Crush. It's Crush, man.
It's Crush. And
I love Crush. It's fantastic.
I think you'll
I'll
see
listen-
why I was worried.
Okay. I love Crush. Crush is fantastic. Crush is, if I had to tell anyone
Crush Soda.
a
please
song
sponsor
to
us.
listen to,
Please sponsor us, Crush.
Crush. Crush. Listen to Crush by the Dave Matthews Band. I don't give a shit about the soda.
Austin.
Sorry, I just ruined that
I did.
sponsorship.
I really like Crush Grape Soda. It's really good.
I like the orange one too.
I didn't say orange because I don't like the orange one.
We're so not going to get a sponsorship.
Definitely not.
Anyway,
You can still sponsor me though. I like both your flavors,
no.
except for the grapefruit.
no,
I
we're
like
all
every except orange.
we're all in it
orange
together.
is so overrated. Anyways,
Fanta's much better.
is that what you?
I mean, I can
That's
go
what you
into
think?
reasons why I love Crush, but the gist of it is it's a near perfect song.
It's the epitome of a near perfect
I
song.
like how the whole episode there's just been rustling like
Mm-hmm.
from Silas like.
No,
right
this
below
is
the
just
mic.
now. This is just now.
No.
No,
There's been a
The-
constant
earlier
noise.
I saw you just.
There's always been a constant noise
Sorry.
from you.
It's fine. All right. Well, with your number one out of the way, Silas, what do you think?
So funny thing.
Okay.
I think you already know what I'm about to say.
I think I do now.
My number one song is Crush as well.
Yeah.
It is the most euphoric song I've ever heard.
Really?
By the way, Silas, before this, I knew it was going to be your favorite song.
I'm sure you did.
I had it in my head. I was like, it's going to be. And I was so angry that Gio doesn't like this song enough to make it a quintessent. Not a quintessent.
Triple.
Triple threat.
Well, let me tell you, it is not my number one.
No, I know it's not. Because you don't like it nearly as much as we do.
I think it's a great song.
It is.
However, my issue with it is that it is so good in one spot that it makes the rest of it
Put the
not
graph
be
up again.
bad.
Just put the chain
get
up.
the-
Yeah,
the-
just put my fucking
The graph. He's gonna draw two graphs.
I'm gonna draw two graphs, one of Crush and one of Spoon, and I'm going to show you mathematically why one is better to me. Like,
I think we also know your number one now.
yeah, my number one is Spoon. It is It is the most beautifully orchestrated song.
Spoon.
This is in my. I have a playlist called Greatest Songs I've Ever Heard. It is within the top 100. And I've listened.
Whoa!
It is within the top 100 that
Of your
I've
favorite
ever
songs of
heard.
all
And
time.
I've heard a lot of fucking music.
He's got like 1,600 songs on his playlist.
I got like 3,300.
3,300. Whoa!
It is one of the most beautiful and well orchestrated songs ever. The fucking jazz influence on the entire album.
Yeah.
Especially on Spoon with the sax and shit, dude. The fucking Dave's singing, the ladies singing, the banjo
Alanis?
right before
Alanis?
she comes in.
You do love that banjo.
Fuck, dude. It's
The banjo's
just
nice.
It is.
the guitar, the violin, 5.5 minutes of just straight fucking killer instrumental vocals. I will defend this song.
I agree. It's
until
some of the band's
the
best
fucking
work of all
end.
time.
It's a great song. It just sucks that it's on such a not great album.
I disagree
What?
wholeheartedly.
The album?
Was not a fan of the album.
Wow.
Halloween.
Don't drink the water.
Look, I don't like Halloween either.
I like
but that's
the-
not
Don't drink
that's
the
not
water.
songbirdie enough for me to ruin it.
But yeah,
It's just,
I mean,
the Stone wasn't too great for me.
It's too good. Spoon is too good. I will show you guys why.
Put the graphs up again.
It's
One right here,
so
one right here.
better.
Now-
I'll hold them up, both of them.
Like, Crush is beautiful, but the issue is it's too beautiful in one part, and it doesn't, like, share that energy in the other parts. Like, when he comes in with the hug, am I right side up or upside down? That's higher than Places in Spoon. But the issue is he doesn't continuously keep that level of, like, just absolute beauty in the song. He doesn't
I mean,
consistently
I
do
disagree.
that.
Yeah, I got you.
But I think even if you do follow that line of thinking, that only makes it better almost.
What do you mean?
Because you're experiencing a whole range of emotion, like just like in the song itself. It's
Crush
him
is a
having
more
crush.
range of emotion, yeah.
Yeah, it's more dynamic.
full of like life and joy and happiness and sorrow.
I think Spoon has
Like,
that.
It
Just
definitely
not
does.
Yes, it has
the-
it,
the-
but not to the same punch.
I
that
agree
I think
with that.
Crush has.
Well, the issue, again, to me, is that if you were to draw them as mountains, what
put the graphs up.
Crush is just
keep the
peaks.
graphs up, Mark.
Is like 3 peaks in the song, which are great, but you gotta keep up with it. You can't just like, oh man, this is the best part, and then just like you go back down.
But see, I don't even think the down parts are down. I think they're great.
True,
it's-
in our opinion,
it's purely up to the person's
Yeah, yes.
enjoyment.
Yeah.
So that's my argument. Just put the fucking graphs up, dude.
I think that's crazy. I never would have guessed that we all three would have Dave Matthews.
As our number one.
I kind of did
Really?
after he mentioned. Well, you had another Dave Matthews song in your list. It was
two
Stone.
more.
Was it Stone? Or
Stone and Halloween. My top 3 from the album were in here.
Yeah.
Because even as alone, like single songs, they're just still that good.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Where would you rate Crush?
Not in my top 10.
No. If you had to like all the songs off of all the albums, what place do you think it'd be around?
Probably like 4 or 5. Yeah, it's behind my top 3.
No. I'm saying if you take all the songs off of all the albums that we reviewed, would it be like in the 20s, the 40s? Because we have it's like
Oh, definitely like the 10s.
okay, so it'd be like in the top 20.
Top 15 probably.
Top 15.
It'd be up there for sure. Again, it's not my favorite song, but it's still a very, very good song. It's one of the best that we've ever reviewed.
Yes.
But yeah,
With that
That-
being said,
is our top 10.
I think we have a few statistics.
Oh,
Go.
can I ask one question?
So,
What was the best album, not off rating, just off of everything else? What was the best album to do?
What do you mean, like everything else?
Not rating, just like experience, the video, just all of it all together.
Dave
the
Matthews.
listening.
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Dave
Really?
Matthews.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had the best video, which nobody's ever gonna see. It had, again, some of the best music.
Banter.
Banter as well. Yeah, that was the best one, and it was the highest rating as well.
Well, except for me, I gave it like a what did I give? Like
Give it like
a
a
5.
7 point. No, you didn't give it.
No,
five.
you gave it
Give
pretty
like a
good rating.
7.5.
Really? I was mad at it too.
Yeah, you were mad at "Don't Drink the Water," which is a good song.
It's a sucky song.
You go back and
Okay,
listen
look.
to it. Go back and
Look.
listen when you're not angry.
Silas, you gave it. Oh, you gave it a 6.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
Austin gave it a 7.5.
Yes,
But
and
see,
I'm totally
I
wrong
will
on
say-
that.
I gave it an
Totally
8.5.
wrong on that.
I give it an 8.5.
Now that we're on camera,
I'm so much closer to that than 7.5.
I'm still pretty close to 8.5.
I will say now, the reason that I originally rated it a fucking 4. I don't think I've said this before.
I mean, you explained this. You were angry when you were listening to it.
Yeah, I was angry because I
Silas
was.
changes his ratings.
It's almost like people can change their opinion and grow as people.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
almost
the
like somebody
entire
changes their
album.
rating and then gets mad when someone later changes their rating.
Speaking
Anyway.
about that, I got something on that.
Oh wait, hold on.
later.
I didn't say mine.
Huh?
Boy Genius was my favorite.
Oh,
What'd you do?
really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because it was
Cool.
in his house.
Yeah. With
No,
Murph
no.
Dog.
With
No,
Murph
no, no,
Dog,
no.
with a
Well, that
doggy.
was fun. But like, I already knew Dave Matthews, so it wasn't as big of an experience as it was for y'all.
So
like, I already knew Dave Matthews. I already knew all about him.
I think we should cover a Dave Matthews song.
Okay.
All right. I got some fucking statistics that I did. So I got the average score from the albums. And then I also got like our average year. Like if we were to average the year when the albums got released. I got that for everybody. And then I also got a couple, I guess, I don't know, awards or whatever the fuck. So
Okay.
number one, I'm just gonna go real quick for these. Tally Hall, average score is 5.67. Not the best. Bare Naked Ladies, a 7.09.
Hey.
Black Country New Road, 7 out of 10. That's a
Okay.
good rating. Backseat Lovers, a 6.33. Not the best for Silas so far. Fleetwood Mac, a 7.67.
Okay.
Boy Genius, a flat 7 out of 10. Solid rating. Jack Johnson, a 5.83. Again, not very good for Silas. Dave Matthews, a 7.33.
Hey.
And Quadeca, 5.5,
Ooh.
which is not as bad as I actually thought it would be. Arctic Monkeys, a 7 out of 10, the first good Silas score.
You did good.
One interesting thing that I saw in our trend was Austin has only picked 90 albums, like 90s albums,
Oh.
or actually like pre-2000 albums is what I mean. 1977 was Fleetwood Mac, and then you also got the 1992 Gordon, and then 1998 follows.
Before these credits shoot.
Yeah, before he's crying. So you've only chosen albums before.
And now the one coming up is.
like 1998 or something, right? It's in the 90s.
I thought it was 92. I could be
Might
wrong.
be 92.
Well,
but
Yeah.
you are the 90s guy. You are
So
the
far.
pre-2000s guy. And your average year for this stretch of albums is 1989. Yeah. And Silas's is 2012.
Wow.
And mine
What's
is
the most recent album?
2022.
What's my most recent album?
What's your most recent album? 2019. I believe that was what's that Backseat Lover album called? Before We Were Friends.
Before We Were Friends, yep.
That's the most recent album that Silas has done. The most recent album I've done is Boy Genius, 2023. And mine was 2022. So we're like, me and Silas are 10 years apart, and you're like all
I'm the old
way
man.
away. You're 20 fucking years away.
The old man.
One interesting thing is the first person to break the cycle of having the highest score on someone's album pick. So like, for example, typically we're biased in like our albums. So like if you pick an album, typically you're inclined to like rate it well, especially if you already know the album like I do. So like for Quadeca I did 9, Black Country New Road I did 9, things like that. Silas did the highest rating on AM on every album of his. He did the highest rating on every album of yours, except
Before these credits shoots.
I was the first person to give a higher rating than the person that picked the album.
Wow.
And I'm the only person that's done that.
Yeah.
Everybody here is biased except me. So
Yeah,
you guys should work.
apparently.
You guys should work on that.
Acts like he didn't rate his higher.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm rating. Actually, I'm interested to see what our re-review would be if my score is higher than yours for Before These Credits Shoots now.
Well, we'll find out in less than a year.
Yeah.
If we do that one.
Yeah. And the person that changed their score the most.
Drum roll, please.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
Mr.
wonder if there's-
Bell.
I wonder if there's gonna be a crown appearing over my
I'm
head.
not gonna lie.
Hey!
The reason why I noticed this was because I was going to each of the reviews scores, and I was like, oh, we're gonna give our scores, and then Silas was like, actually, I have something to mention about the last album, and then he changes his score. This is like 3 or 4 times.
That just shows I'm open to change.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we should probably save the change for these reviews now that we're going ahead. At the time, we didn't know we were gonna do these
Yeah.
like 10
that's
album things, but
Yeah.
let's just keep the scores how they are, and if we change anything, just do it on these type of videos. But yes, you did change your review a couple of times for Bare Naked Ladies. You changed your review from a 6.5 to a 6.5. Oh no! You kept that one the same. Never mind. He only changed his thing 3 times, not 4 times. But you did.
He went back on one.
I changed that.
Yeah, you did change your review on Tally Hall though. You went from a 6.5 to a 7.5.
Yeah.
And then of course, changed it on the. Well, we joked about that one. Fleetwood Mac.
I did not change my opinion on that one.
Well.
And you also changed your review on Jack Johnson. You went a point down when we re-recorded it.
I didn't I?
Yes, you did do that.
But you know,
by the way,
the joke is Silas changes his views a lot.
Yeah, and then got mad at me on the last album for changing.
And yes, you did change your. Technically, you didn't say it on camera yet. Yeah. But you did kind of, So
you were influenced by someone else.
I was influenced by 2 people actually. Y'all both told me there wasn't a story behind that.
That is true.
Yeah. You both were on the attack.
The next
and then
thing,
you got mad when I changed my opinion. When I agreed with you.
The next thing, who gave the highest score?
Ooh,
me and you tied, Austin.
I was gonna say it's not me.
I'm gonna say.
You gave.
I gave Fleetwood Mac a 9.
And I've given like 2 records 9.
Yeah.
So me and you are tied for the highest score. Nobody's been above a 9.
I wonder if anyone will ever get there.
Maybe.
Because like a 10 is a perfect album.
Yeah, but
I don't know. If
Silas has yet to give a score higher than a 8 out of 10. Yep. And that was given
to Arctic.
He has given 3/4 of his album an 8 out of 10.
Wait, which one did I give an 8 out of 10 to? It's not Tally Hall.
AM. Let me see.
I didn't give Jack Johnson an 8, did I?
Originally, I'm counting all the original scores. I didn't count the change scores. So Jack Johnson.
Yeah, I do not hold that opinion
Lovers.
Anymore.
Jack Johnson, Backseat Lovers, and AM.
I also
the
don't
only
hold
one you didn't was Tally Hall.
I also don't hold that opinion for Backseat Lovers anymore.
The biggest
It
hater.
just keeps changing. There's like 7 now.
Hold on. The biggest hater award is Austin Dean with a average score of 6.13.
Well, I cannot be thrown.
What's my average
under
score?
the when Silas throws shit my way? I can't get mad. You can't get mad at me for shitting on it.
All right. And now my average score was a 7.05.
Wow.
And Silas, what do you think?
I'm thinking a 7 flat to a 6.8.
Close. 6.75. And the average overall score, you just combine everything.
I'm gonna say it's a 7.2.
6.642.
Thanks for bringing us down, buddy.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the person closest to the average score is Silas.
Maybe don't hate a good album in Dave Matthews Band.
Maybe don't hate a great album.
You two are really close. I don't even know the math on that. But it's between you two. You two are the closest to the average. You're at 0.3 below, and he's 0.3 above. Basically the same.
Nice.
But yeah, that's
we're just canceling each other out, basically.
That's all the stats I got. But it's.
Well, that's been a Foodies albums in review.
It's quite dark now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if my camera's dead or not.
I also don't know if that's what the name of this video will be.
We're gonna find out something.
Yeah, you'll.
It's later.
Whatever.
We're done.
See ya. Oh shit.